I truly believe that the lack of women in technology is the most important domestic issue of our country's time. The most important one. When we started Girls Who Code in 2012, no one was talking about computer science. Last week in the President's State of the Union address, within the first minute, he talked about coding. He mentioned computer science 3 times. That's a lot. And he gets it. And the reason why it matters for the first reason is innovation. Technology is a part of every single thing that we do. And if women are not part of this innovation, we as a nation are going to suffer. We're just not going to solve the problems of today and tomorrow. The second reason why we should care about it is for pay equity, right? We already know that the wage gap between men and women is about 70 cents on every dollar. There is no wage gap between male and female engineers. And as women are going into the STEM fields, and if you were to look at, if you were to look at a graph of essentially women in STEM fields, there isn't basically the same kind of decline that you see in computer science and in engineering. And most of the time, women are actually going into kind of the life sciences and biology, and they're not going into hard tech fields. And the thing is that a lot of these hard tech fields are paying 33% more than the average non-STEM job. So at a time where women and American families are so reliant on a female's income to just put food on the table, women are not going into the fields where they can actually make more money. And as a software programmer and a computer scientist, you make twice of that in any private sector job. The third reason why we care and why I care is I just don't want to live in a world that's run by men. I don't. And I don't think that the men in this room do either. And when I look at any, Vanity Fair magazine, Fortune magazine, Forbes magazine, and the top 100 leaders of the world, of the country, of industry, are technologists. And they're men running companies where 85% of all consumer purchases are made by women. And where women use social media at a rate of 600% more than men. Think about your favorite app, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. I'll use my Twitter, right? Founded by Jack and Ev, until recently run by Dick, and managed by an all-male engineering team. When Twitter is essentially a black product. More black women use Twitter probably than any other consumer. Doesn't make sense. And I think even for the men in this room, I think that you'll appreciate that, when you have diverse teams, you make better decisions. And so having women be a part of this growth is really important. So what happened, right? Where did all the girls go? I think our work that we do is really important because the reason why women have disappeared is culture. It's hard to combat culture. So in the 1980s, when we were almost close to parity, that's also when the personal computer came out. And the personal computer was almost exclusively marketed towards boys. So when you read Steve Jobs, Jack Dorsey, Mark Zuckerberg, right, what will they say? My parents gave me a computer when I was 8 years old, I took it apart and boom, I thought of Facebook, right? These devices were these transformative experiences in their life that led to all this innovation and creativity, and you little girls didn't have that.